Word yuck. You usually associate it with something yucky or unpleasant, right? Well, right here in Pittsburgh, the word yuck became the symbol of safety for thousands of children, thanks to the Pittsburgh Poison Center. The symbol was created 34 years ago this month to replace the skull and crossbones and warn children about the dangers of containers that could be poisonous. Now Mr. Yuck has really hit the big time. He's featured in a new book celebrating the 75th anniversary of the American Academy of Pediatrics. The book, dedicated to the health of all children, features Mr. Yuck in a section about poison control centers. And it doesn't end there. Mr. Yuck and the Pittsburgh Poison Center are also featured in the winter 2005 edition of the Early Childhood Health Link. That's a publication of the Pennsylvania Department of Health and the Pennsylvania chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics, which is sent to 15,000 subscribers statewide. Dr. Ed Krenzelig is the director of the Pittsburgh Poison Center. Dr. Audrey Gusky specializes in the study of business marketing and is a professor of business administration at Duquesne University. Welcome to the both of you.
Good morning,
Thank you. Good morning.
Ed, you're a pharmacologist. You know this substance stuff. And tell me, Mr. Yuck comes out of Pittsburgh. How did that happen?
Well, it really sort of developed as a way to promote the Pittsburgh Poison Center, which was founded in about 1970-71, and a way to promote the Poison Center and also to prevent little children from being poisoned. And so they looked at what symbol would be good. And of course, the pirate, or the skull and crossbones, was sort of connected with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Halloween and things of that nature. So that didn't have any deterrent value. And so my predecessors basically decided to look at other things, and they had a variety of different faces. A smiley face, then variants of the smiley face with the, sort of the frowning face, and some kid finally said, gee, that looks yucky, and thus the name Mr. Yuck was born. But it was a lot of market research that was done to develop the whole Mr. Yuck thing, and it has gone crazy ever since then.
Well, it's really, is it universally recognized? Audrey, you're the marketing expert here.
Oh, absolutely. You look at kids, and kids are very visual in their learning. When you're looking at preschoolers who aren't reading, it's very important to have this image that they recognize. And they recognize Smokey the Bear. They recognize Ronald McDonald, of course, and Mr. Yuck is one of the big logos that's very popular with them, and it's a good thing. And it's my understanding when they were doing the research, one of the things they were looking at was using a flamingo holding a tray of, I think, shellfish. And obviously, Mr. Yuck works much better than a flamingo.
I was going to say, I can't quite figure out the pink flamingo has a very different image to me.
Absolutely.
But let me ask you, Ed, so the Poison Center is going to get national publicity out of what the American Academy of Pediatrics is doing?
Well, we really have, and we've been getting national publicity for a long time. Actually, there are poison centers in many states that use Mr. Yuck, and we're sort of the purveyor of Mr. Yuck for the U.S. and Canada and throughout the world. So anybody who really wants to use it, they have to come through us because it's a copyrighted symbol of Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Poison Center. So we have really good recognition nationwide, but this will even help us more to promote the whole concept of poison prevention and that toll-free number of the Poison Center, which is on every Mr. Yuck sticker.
Now, are you getting lots of calls from across the country? Is this something, is Mr. Yuck, I often think of it now as universally recognized, but I take it other poison centers don't use the symbol?
Well, there are some that do and some that don't. I'd say about 40% of the poison centers in the U.S. use it. The other 60% don't, and they use other symbols that have evolved and so on over the course of time. But we all participate in something called the National 800 number, which is 800-222-1222. So no matter where you are in the U.S., if you dial that number, the call is automatically triaged to the nearest poison center. So if you're anywhere in Pennsylvania from the Ohio border all the way to the Susquehanna River, somebody dials that number, it comes to us. If you happen to be across the border in Morgantown, then your call goes to the West Virginia Poison Center and so on. So the country's set up. So we're not getting the calls from California or from Utah. We're getting calls from our own constituency using that number.
Audrey, marketing to children is obviously different, as you pointed out. Is there something in this that needs to be marketed to adults as well? After all, we're the ones who control where those drugs are located in our houses.
Well, absolutely. And, the key is, John, when you're putting the stickers on the bottles and all the poison containers, that's, kids will know that and recognize that. But of course, it's the parents who are putting the stickers on there. So you have to make sure that the parents have access to it and are very familiar with it. The website is wonderful. It's interesting. My children grew up with Mr. Yuck about 20+ years ago. And so over time, they've evolved. And so it started out with coloring books and very simple types of tools for kids and parents. And now the website is wonderful, and interactive games and flashcards and all kinds of things. So they're still marketing to kids for the recognition of the symbol, but to parents, they need to get those promotionals out through them, just through schools and various means like
Well, I was
that.
going to say, Ed, where would we go as parents if we want to get, you have some stickers there. How do we get those stickers?
Well, if you go to our website, www.chp.edu/MRYUK, Mr. Yuck, one word. And it tells you how you can get a free sheet of Mr. Yuck stickers, and that's the easiest way to do that. A lot of places, like, for example, Giant Eagle pharmacies will have them during the month of March to promote them for us as well. So there are a number of outlets in the community where people can pick them up, but the easiest thing is to go to the website, John.
Well, Ed Kredenslock, Audrey Gusky, thank you both for coming in. This is such an important effort, and congratulations to the Pittsburgh Poison Center.
Thank you.
For the leadership you've been showing in this area. We'll be back with a program note and more of the Sunday Business Page when we return. Stick with us.